Don't swim in lake, don't swim in ocean, don't swim in river, please. You do not want to take chances at all. Like, I know cases whereby people have been sent back home because they got to Russia a day before their visa expired. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Peace Adiola Adigbero, and firstly I would love to thank you guys. Thank you so much for 300 subscribers, and thank you for the love and engagements you showed on my previous video. And if you're a first timer and you're yet to subscribe to my channel, please make sure you click on the subscribe button, like this video, share, comment, and give it a thumbs up. Thank you. So in today's video, I'll be talking about the things you need to pack when you're relocating to Russia as a student. This video is helpful either you're a student or not, but I'll be talking from a student's perspective. So that's just it. Yeah, so before I start talking about the food, the clothes, the shoes you need to pack, guys, there's something that is very important. And as silly as this might sound, as I know a lot of people who have made this mistake, guys, please, the first thing you want to pack is your documents. Guys, please put your documents in your hand luggage. Put your documents in your hand luggage. Pack all of your documents. All the documents you used for your application process should be with you, even including your birth certificate. Like, why are you leaving your documents behind? Your names are on the documents. Why are you leaving it behind? Who's going to use it? Go with your documents, your high school results, your testimonial, every single document that is important to your life. Please go with it. And make sure you put it in your hand luggage. Do not put it in your big bag. The bag that gets checked in. Put it in your hand luggage. Why? These bags could get missing. Like, we've had a lot of cases whereby people's bag got stolen, or maybe they were not delivered the same day they arrived. So please make sure you put your documents in your hand luggage. That way it is secured. That way you can monitor it and you can see and protect it. So put your documents in your hand luggage. I'm sorry if I'm sounding like an African mother, but please pack your documents. Your mommy will not use it. Your daddy will not use it. Your brother will not use it. It is your name that is there. Why are you leaving your documents behind? Why? Okay, so please, your documents. I'll be talking about the things you need to pack in terms of clothes, stuff like that. So guys, you need just one winter jacket, one winter boots, and maybe 3 cardigans or sweaters when you're going to Russia. You do not have to travel with 3 winter jackets, 3 winter boots. You do not need that. When you get to Russia, you can buy it. Why? The winter boots you're traveling with from your home country is not thick enough to protect you from Russia cold. Like, the cold in Russia is not a joke. The first day I got to Russia, it was minus 22 degrees. And the winter jacket I traveled with was not helpful at all. Like, guys, I was wearing 2 turtleneck, I was wearing leggings under my trousers, and I was still feeling cold. So there's no point spending that much buying winter jackets when it's not going to be useful. So buy just one. When you get to Russia, you go and shop for better ones, like thick ones. Preferably, you get the ones with 4 inside, or just something that will keep you warm, depending on how cold you feel. You understand? Also, for the boots, you can go for shopping. You can go to underground stores. Make sure you watch out for the good ones, because most of the things you get from all these underground stores do not last like so much. Just try and check. You can still find quality in underground store. I'm not saying you cannot. Just make sure you source for good ones, the ones with 4 inside, things that will just keep you warm. Russia is cold, guys. It is very cold. You don't want to tamper with your health. Instead, what you want to pack is clothes for summer. Girls, even guys, make sure you pack your summer, most especially girls. Pack your summer clothes, guys. You are going to need it. Your African attire, your church wear, please make sure you pack them, because it's very difficult to get nice, beautiful clothes in Russia. Even when you get them, they are very expensive. Most of their designs are not, they are not close to the Western kind of designs like that. And even when you get those ones, they are quite expensive. So go with your clothes, and most of these clothes do not even weigh a lot. So go with your summer clothes, your spring clothes. You just want to look good and everything. Go with enough of that. But for your thermal wears, anything winter related, you do not need much. 2, 1 is enough. When you get there, you go for shopping. Speaking of summer, guys, there's something important I want to tell you guys. I'm begging you, please in the name of God, do not swim in water bodies. Don't swim in lake, don't swim in ocean, don't swim in river, please. I know it is summer, the weather is cool, is everything, you want to have fun, but please, if it is not swimming pool, I'm begging you, do not swim. You follow your friends to go and swim, and you are following this one to go and swim. Nobody send you, please. You left your parents back home alive. Please, it's not going to make sense for them to return, you understand, your other body to them. Please, do not swim. Is it by force? The swim that you didn't even swim when you were in Nigeria, you were in your father's land. Now you've gotten abroad, you want to be swimming in river, in ocean. If you're not a professional swimmer, even if you're a professional swimmer, I know people that are professional swimmer, and you understand, they've passed away for swimming in summer. I do not know. I'm not here to badmouth any country or anything. I don't know if there's like an issue whatever with the rivers in Russia, whatever. But please and please and please, please, I know up to 5 people from Nigeria specifically that have passed away. Please and please, do not swim. It's not by force. There are other funds you could have in Russia. You can go to park. They have nice parks in Russia, like nice, beautiful one. Even all these aqua park. So many beautiful places you could go to. But don't go to river, ocean, lake, waters that don't have any boundary. If it's not swimming pool, even swimming pools, if somebody is not there, please and please don't go. I'm begging you, please. Please pity your parents. Even if you don't want to pity yourself, just pity your parents. Like, please. So now let's talk about the food, the things you need to pack and the things you don't need to pack, okay? You want to manage your 23 kg or whatever kg you're giving, you want to maximize it to the best, okay? Yeah, so you don't have to pack rice, you don't have to pack pasta, you don't have to pack beans, you don't have to pack noodles, things like that. These are things you could easily get in Russia. There are a lot of cereal in Russia that you could try, nice ones. You just have to be open-minded. When you're relocating from your home country, you should be open-minded and be ready to try new things. You can get these things for affordable prices in Russia, but then if you want to pack it from your country, no problem. The only thing I would say about the beans is that they have the white beans, they don't have the brown one. The brown one in Nigeria, we call it honey beans. So if you're a lover of honey beans, maybe you can pack just 1 kg of that or two, depending on what you want. Yeah, but they have the white one, and it's like 200 to 150 rubles per kg. So you can buy that one. We use the white one to cook like moi moi, akara, or even at times I boil it and eat it as normal beans, rice and beans. Those ones you could buy it from Russian stores and they're very, very affordable. So you don't need to pack all of those. And there's some things you can also get from African store. The only problem with all these African store, maybe if you're from another country, I don't want this video to be about Nigeria alone. You can find your country store, maybe India, Asian stores. The only difference is the price, and which is understandable because these sellers, they're importing food products from Nigeria or from their own country. So it's definitely going to be on the high side. That's the only this thing. But any other thing, you can easily get them from African store. But if you're someone who is trying to live on a budget, you can just manage the little you have. You don't need to pack semo, guys. There's manka in Russia. We call it manka, and its taste is exactly semo. So you don't have to pack manka. You don't have to pack semo. There's manka for you. Maybe you can go with pando yam. Maybe 2 packs or 1 pack. You can go with elubo if you're Yoruba, or fufu if you're Ghanaian, or anything like. You can go with those things. Also, you can go with egusi. You want to go with your crayfish, your dry fish, guys. Pepper. How did I forget? Like, pepper is very, very important. Pepper is very, very, very important. Like, they do not eat spicy things in Russia. Like, they don't have Scotch bonnet pepper. We call it rodo. They don't have it in Russia. So you want to go with that, go with your Scotch bonnet pepper, not the raw one. You can go with the powdered one, like the one you grind and pack. I went with a full pack of that, and it lasted me for a year and 6 months before I got another one sent from home. So go with that. If you're a spicy food lover and you want to enjoy your meal, make sure you go with that. For my girlies, you don't have to travel with, your girly things like pads, tampons, things like that. These are things you can easily get in Russia. And as a matter of fact, they're even cheaper compared to our home country or compared to where I'm coming from, which is Nigeria. They're affordable. There are different brands you could explore. Even Always is there. So you can use those things. You don't have to fill your bag with that. If your period is not coming soon or you're not on your period that day, there's no need. You just go to the supermarket and buy it for your next period come. Or if you're on your period, you can just go with one. So you don't have to fill your luggage with that. Deodorants, things like that. Those are normal things you can get in Russia. Even if you be travel with any of those, maybe just like one, not a lot that you're filling your bag with that. Those things are basic things you can find anywhere. Also, things like deodorants, these are things you can easily get in Russian stores. So no stress, like deodorants, normal Nivea, Dove, like so many brands, you can find them there. Even perfumes, but for those that love Pep so much, I don't know. Me, I had a Russian store. I used to get my perfume from, like my cute, nice perfume, and they were so affordable. So I didn't bother to go with perfume, stuff like that. I went with just like cream. And because of my skin, I went with shea butter for winter. Yeah, I had to go with shea butter from Nigeria. But at some point, I started using like body butters also. So you can order for creams online. I think those are things you can easily adapt to. If you're not someone that has like a sensitive skin, you can always find something that works well for you. Even skincare products, I ended up getting them in Russia. So I didn't worry much about it. You can find these things. You just have to calm down and find a brand that works for you. But if you're using all these popular brands like CeraVe, things like that, you can easily get them over there. Like, it's the same brand, so you can get it. Another thing you want to go with, guys, is cooking utensils. I'm going to advise you to go with at least one pot, one spoon, then one plate. Yeah, I know this might sound crazy. You're traveling with pots from your country. I traveled with my pots. In fact, I traveled with two. Yeah. And I was still able to carry other things because I kept some things inside the pot. I still stuffed some of my clothes inside the pot. So it was like a win-win. Do you understand? Go with pots. And that pot came in handy. Even though my friends were laughing at me when they saw it, some of them even borrowed that pot while they were still waiting to go for shopping. So getting to Russia, I know you'll be bothered about trying to settle in school, extend your visa, things like that. The first thing that will come to your head is not going for shopping. So most people, their first week in Russia, all they eat is like fast food, KFC, Burger King. And if you're someone that is trying to manage the little you have, that's a lot of money that you're already spending. So you want to be smart with that. Go with pots, go with, I would advise you maybe one pasta or something, just something you can eat quickly till you're able to settle down and go for shopping. And if you're lucky enough in Russia, stores are always close to wherever you stay, mostly like max 15 minutes from where you stay. So you can go for shopping, just buy things quickly and cook one or two things, because the store you get pot from might be different from the store you'll be getting your rice from and normal food stuff from. So you can go with pots. I would advise you to go with that. But if you do not want to, is your choice, or probably where you'll be staying, maybe it's an Airbnb or hostel, and the accommodation provides you with things like that, then you don't have to worry. For me, I traveled with it and I do not regret it. Another thing which is very, very important for you to go with when you're going to Russia, I should have said that first, is some applications. I'll be listing them, and I'll also put the logos of this application on the screen so you can easily identify them and download them either from your Apple Store or maybe from your Play Store. You need your Yandex translator. Yandex. So you need your Yandex translator. This translator is much more reliable than Google. Why? Yandex is like a search engine, is like an application, is like a software, it's like a website, like so many things that is actually owned and created in Russia. So you can get accurate informations, direct things about Russia on anything Yandex. So most foreigners use Yandex instead of Google. You can translate directly from English to Russian language or any language whatsoever. Like there's a list of languages, so many that you could translate from. So Yandex translator is very, very it's very, very good. Also, you can record, you can do like a voice record for your translation. So instead of you typing, you can just click on the record button, you say what you want to translate, and it translates automatically. You could also take a picture. Yeah, you can take a picture. Let's say you want to like translate a document, you want to translate something that is written somewhere, you can snap and it's going to translate it itself, like just the way it is. So you do not have to like type it out always. You can just snap and it translates itself. So I'm going to recommend that. For Yandex keyboard, it allows you to switch between different languages, basically your keypad. So let's say you're chatting on WhatsApp now. There's going to be a stage whereby you have to like start chatting Ruski in Russian language with maybe foreigners, your classmates, or even your teacher. So you can use your Yandex keyboard. You can switch from English. You just have to swipe. That's all. Nothing serious. Just once you swipe like this, it changes to Ruski. Once you swipe, it go back to your native language, either it is English or anything. So it is very, very nice. And also as you're typing, it brings out suggestion of what you are typing. You understand? Just like the way we have autocorrect when we are typing in English. Yeah, also you have Yandex itself, like Yandex browser. So Yandex browser is just like using Safari, is like using Google, but then Yandex is that of Russia, created by Russians themselves. Yeah, so you can get any information you want there. There's also Wikipedia there. Just type whatever it is you want, and I highly, highly recommend this application for you guys. Also, as you're packing, I know some of you guys will be packing some electronics like your laptop, your phone charger, your power bank, anything like that. So back home, the adapter, most of our electronics and the sockets we use are like three mouths, the same with the one here in the UK, like the three mouths on. But then in Russia, they use the two mouths, like the round two mouths on. So if your charger, your laptop, everything has like the three mouths adapter, you have to go with the two mouths on. So luckily for me, when I bought my laptop, it came with two. It came with the three mounts and it came with the two mounts. So what I had to do was just like switch it when I got to Russia. So for your charger, maybe you can get an extra one, like extra adapter, like head of the charger from Nigeria or your home country. You can get the two mouth on just so you have something to charge your phone when you get to Russia. You don't want to be stranded. People want to call you back home, so you need that. Or you could even go with an extension box that has like the two mouths thing. So now I'll be speaking about medication. If you're traveling from Nigeria or any part of the world whereby you guys have the female mosquitoes and you experience malaria, you want to treat yourself before you leave your country, and also travel with like one pack, like a sachet of anti-malaria, just in case you want to protect yourself. There is no malaria in Russia, so getting drug for malaria can be so difficult, like very, very difficult. So make sure you travel with one of those while you're leaving, and also treat yourself back home. I traveled with one which I never used because I treated myself before I left, and up till now, I've been out of Nigeria for 4 years and I haven't treated malaria at all. But guys, go with that. You can also go with medication that I used to treat flu cough, cold, you're going to a very cold region for the very first time, and you cannot, like, you cannot predict what's going to happen. So make sure you go with that. Go with pain reliever, like just one sachet. You don't have to go with a big box of that. When you get to Russia, you can buy it. There was something that surprised me when I went to the pharmacy store in Russia to get medication for the first time. So that day I needed ibuprofen. Yeah, and I needed just like a sachet. I don't know if it's a Nigeria thing, but you could buy like a single sachet of whatever it is you need. Then I got to the pharmacy. The lady brought out the ibuprofen and she gave me a whole box. And I was like, no, I need just a sachet of it. She was like, no, I have to buy the whole box. And I had to pay 450 rubles for like maybe like 5 or 6 sachet of those when I needed just 2 pills of the medication. So I'm like, I don't know, guys, let me know in the comment section. Is it like a Nigerian thing or it's everywhere? You guys buy like the whole box of the medication. Because back home, there are some medications that they will even count it out for you. You can just get like the number of pills you need. Yeah, so I was surprised. Another thing I believe you do not need to pack a lot of is books. Like, you don't need to pack so many books. Just one notebook and one pen is enough. When you get to Russia, you can go for shopping and buy books, buy pens. So you don't have to fill your luggage with books. I mean, textbooks. For me personally, I didn't travel with any textbooks and they were not needed. Even some of my classmates who traveled with essential biology, those books like that, they were not needed. Why? In Russia, you get, for me, we get the book like for free. You don't have to pay for the book, then return it back at the end of the semester. So you get books from library, you get your textbook and everything you'll be needing. So there's no point filling your bag up with books unless they're like special books you want for yourself or you believe you might actually need. Then fine, no problem. But for me, I went with just my notebook, and that was because I started my PATFAC online when I was in Nigeria, and I needed that book since I already started writing there. So I just went with the book. I've spoken about the things you need to know and pack when you're going to Russia. Now I'll be talking about the things you should expect upon your arrival at the airport. So firstly, you want to get a SIM card because you need to message people back home and let them know that, oh, you've arrived safely. You want to get a SIM card at the airport. And when I got to Russia, guys, getting a SIM card was so easy. All I did was to show them my passport and I was able to get a SIM card. But recently I was talking with a friend of mine in Russia and she said getting SIM card in Russia now is quite like tricky, or should I say difficult compared to before, and most especially if you are below the age of 18. Yeah, getting it might be an issue. I'm not so certain, guys. Like, I'm not certain because when I got my everything was smooth and there was no issue. So if you are certain of what is going on with getting a new SIM card as a foreigner in Russia, please kindly drop it in the comment section and let people who are interested in knowing read through it. And if someone drops that, I'm going to pin it so that any other person can just go there and read about it. Yeah, so that one aside, after getting a SIM card, you also want to change money. Okay, you'll be traveling with your hard currency, which is USD, or you can travel with euros. So either one you're traveling with, you can change $100 or maybe $200 at the airport, but I'm going to advise you not to change more than $300, guys. Like, you do not need more than $300. $100 is enough, or 300 max. Why? Because the rate at the airport is not so good. Like, it's not juicy enough. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, you will get better rates at black market. So there are so many black markets around. Most especially, I'm speaking for Moscow. There's a lot. For other cities, maybe you could just change in bank if you are unable to find like black markets, but they have better rates. And also, if you're traveling with hard currency, please do not change your money once. Like, don't ever do that, irrespective of how long you would be staying in Russia for. Like, don't change all of your money once. Why? Because the exchange rate is not stable. So, for example, let's say you change $100 today for 8,500 rubles, and you go back to change that $100 again next week, it could be 8,600 rubles. So that's like 100 rubles difference. I mean, you might say that it's not a lot, but imagine if you are changing like $1,000. So that's like 1,000 rubles, and you can buy like so many things with 1,000 rubles. You can buy a pair of shoe for 1,000 rubles. So, like, you want to save, and if you're living on budget, you just want to be smart with your spending, right? So change as you need. Also, you need to familiarize yourself with the exchange rates. Like, you could just once in a while check online to see if it is falling. If the rate is falling, then you could change your money. And if the rate is going up, you can just wait a bit till it goes higher and you change it. So basically, you just have to be smart about everything. But it's best not to change. You don't ever change your money once. Change as you need it. So now you've gotten your SIM card, you've changed money, you have like up to 8,000 or maybe 5,000 rubles on you. The next thing you want to do is go straight to your school, guys. Go straight to your school. To be sincere, like, don't even take chances. Either you're using a taxi or your school is here to pick you up. Go straight to your school. Report to your decanant, like the office. let them know that, oh, you're in country, submit your documents, because you need to extend your visa, guys. You need to extend your visa. So I'm aware that before you leave your home country, your visa, you get a temporary visa, maybe for like 3 months, 2 months, depending. So guys, you want to extend that visa as soon as possible. If your visa is expiring in a week and you're still in your home country, then that is very, very, like, it is risky, guys. It is very, very risky. You do not want to take chances at all. Like, I know cases whereby people have been sent back home because they got to Russia a day before their visa expire. So for example, let's say your visa is going to expire tomorrow and you're getting to Russia today, they can send you back. They can send you back home to get another invitation. So try your best to travel at least 1 week before your visa expires. It is very, very important. 2 days, 2 days, 1 day is very, very risky. Like, you're going to go back home, your parents will be the one to pay for your flight tickets back. The government will not pay for it. You find yourself back again. So that's wastage of money. Like, you're just wasting money. Plan ahead, and immediately you get to Russia, report straight to your decanate, submit your documents, everything. It's also very important that before you leave your home country, let your university know. Send them your flight tickets, send them your date of arrival, the time of arrival, because they need to inform the immigration office. The immigration have the right to send you back home, like send you back to your country, if they've not gotten any information from your school that they are expecting you. You understand? Because you're on a student visa. So basically, if they've not gotten any info from your school rather that you are coming, then they will send you back. So make sure you let your school know, I'm arriving this day, this, and that. They are very, very important, guys. Very, very important. Imagine telling your friends back home, bye bye, I'm leaving you. Then you're going back after a day again to wait for visa renewal. She didn't get. So those are the major things you need to know about what to pack and what to expect upon your arrival in Russia. I don't want this video to be too long, so I'll be making another video explaining the things you need to know and how you can just navigate your spending in Russia. I mean, if you're someone who is trying to like spend on a budget, you're just trying to be, prudent with your spending, trying to manage yourself. There are so many tips I'll be sharing, like getting cards, like shopping cards to get discounts. See, I have a lot of them here, guys. A lot. So I know what I'm saying. I'm not just here to say things for views or anything. Getting Troika if you're in Moscow, getting social card, getting discount cards for supermarkets like Magnets, Stock, Dix, so many things like that. They're very, very important. You can also use your student's ID to get discounts when you go to parks, to certain places. Like, there are so many ways you could actually like save money and live a very, very good life on a budget. So I'll make a separate video for that, because like I said, I don't want this video to be too, I don't want it to be unnecessarily long. Exactly. So just like I said, guys, do not forget, one winter jacket is enough. One boot is enough. For your warm clothing, maybe like 4 or 5. When you settle down, you can buy more. I mean, this is what I'm going to tell my younger sister. If she were to come to Russia, just little of those is enough, because you can get them in Russia. And for the ladies, make sure you pack your canikalon. We call it you can call it canikalon, but the attachments. That's basically what I mean. Pack your attachments if you need them. Pack them, but you can also buy from African store. But basically, just pack something that will be enough for like 3 or 4 other exercises that you'll be doing while you settle down and you have enough money to like just balance things together. So that's just it, guys. I hope you find this video very, very helpful. If you enjoyed watching this video, please make sure you give it a thumbs up. Subscribe, guys. Please subscribe, support me. That's the way you can support me, right? And if there's any other thing you would like to share with me, let me know in the comment section. And yeah, that's just it, guys. See you in my next video. I love you guys.